Hi and welcome, Janet Beckers here, and today I'm going to take you behind the scenes so you can have a look at the online booking system that I use to be able to really streamline the process of making bookings with people. Just work out your schedule of when are you available, when am I available, how are we going to get together. Now, why do you want to do this in the first place? Well, if you have ever tried to organize with a client when you're going to be having your service, coaching, mentoring, consulting call, whatever it is, you can do a lot of toing and froing, and it can end up taking days if you're trying to do it through email, for example. If you're trying to organize a sales call with people, you're spending all of your time working out when they're available, when you're available. By the time you work all of this, number one, you've just looked like you're the administrator, and also they might have lost interest because it's taken so much time for it to happen. It's really, really inefficient to do it that old-fashioned way when it is so simple and even free for you to use an online system that you can adapt to make it really, really personal. And it also means that they're getting everything in their time zone. You're getting everything in your time zone. They get their reminders. And you know what? You can even go further, because when I take you behind the scenes and you see the program that I use, you're going to notice that you can do far more than just have a booking schedule. You can actually adapt this software very easily to turn it into a full-blown website with videos, photos, testimonials, frequently asked questions, places where you can sell your products and your services, take the money. Huge for an exceptionally low price. So let me take you behind the scenes, show you the way that I'm using it, and also show you the way that you can adapt it to really help you if you've got greater needs to have a bigger online presence. Okay, let's go and have a look. Hey, so here we are. We're at the page that I send people to if they would like to book in a time to have a meeting with me. Now, as you can see, it's personally branded. I've been able to put a header. You've got my photo. You can even see over here where you can all my social media, and you can contact me. Now, I haven't filled in all of the things that are about me and all of the other all the other inclusions that I could use, because I don't need it, because I don't make this publicly available. I already have a website. There's no links from my website to go to here. You only can get to this page if we've already had a conversation, whether we've already been invited to have a meeting together. So that's my main page here. And as you can see, you can see my calendar, it's actually showing my times. That's because I'm looking at it. But if you were looking at it wherever you are in the world, it would automatically show the times that you've got. And if for some reason it gets it wrong, you can change it. You can see all the different availability. And for example, you can't see Wednesdays because they're always booked out. I don't make them available. Different things. So it's only showing when I am actually available, and you can choose that so you can go and book a time. Now let me go and show you the software that I use to run this, and then I'll take you behind the scenes to show you how I've set it up to work well for me and what's capable, that you can be using it to make it even more powerful. So this is the software that I use. It's called BookLikeABoss. If you go to romanceyourtribe.com/BookLikeABoss, that's my link to get here, and they always have special deals for when you have a referral. So it's a good option to do that, because you get special pricing, stuff like that. So here we are, BookLikeABoss. Now this is the main page. Now, as you can see, it does what you would expect it to do, that you can make, you can do your scheduling, your bookings, but it does heaps more. If you go down here, you can make really awesome looking web pages. So this is sort of like the no website. You could just go straight for that. And it's got demos, it's got heaps of stuff for you to get ideas. You can manage your calendars, messages, everything from in here. But what I like is I can also tie it together with my existing calendar, so there's never any double ups. It will just automatically update everything onto my Google Calendar. They've got sample pages. We'll come back to that. They've got a stack so you can get ideas. They've got all of these features. We'll come back to these as well, but I'll show you some of those. And it also integrates with heaps of stuff. This is a really cool one, Zoom. You can make it so it will automatically create a Zoom meeting and send it to them when you start the call, you know, when you do the booking. How cool is that? So this is the program that I use, Book Like a Boss. Now, we'll go back over here where I said that we've got some samples. So you can go view more samples. They've got a stack, which is great, because I only use a fraction of what this software is capable of. So I'll just go and show you a couple that I found that show you a few different things. This one here I chose because it's dogs. This is a woman that does dog training. I wanted to show you this one because you can also embed a video in there. So she's got one here about what she does. She's got her about me, and then you can sell her. She's selling her lessons. You can take the money here and pay for it. And then she's got frequently asked questions. So she's got everything that she needs in order for people to be able to find out about her, get more of an insight, contact her, and pay her some money. How cool is that? And they actually get to book their time of when they're going to, have their lesson with her. So pretty cool. And then we'll look at this other one over here. I've chosen this one here because she's got a lot of the different things here, and I love the idea of a doula. So I don't know any of these people, but I've chosen this one here because you can see that she's also got her website. She's got images that she's put there. She's got her about me. She's also got different products and services that she can do. So these are ones that, she's talking about local areas where you are. So, if you've got a local business, you can still use this. And then I wanted to show you this because she's also got testimonials. It's got a testimonials section. And what else has it got here? Frequently asked questions, things that people would be wanting to know all about her. So this can basically work just as her own website. She doesn't really need anything else, though she does, of course. Okay, so that's just to give you a few examples. Now let's go over here into the pricing. This is, it may have changed by the time you go there, or if you're using special, one of my links, it may change as well. You might get a special offer. But just so I want to show you this. They've got a free version, and it actually allows you to make your appointments. It allows you to have a little bit of branding. So it's actually really good. You can get started for free, and it's not like, a free trial. It's actually free. Then you've got the basic boss. That's all that I need because, it's only costing me $9 a month. That's nothing. These ones here, the small boss and the big boss, that's if you're wanting to take money. So if you're wanting to make sales through there, I don't need to do that because I already have a shopping cart that I use. And this one up here is going to be integrating for a bigger company. So, you can see these are really reasonable prices. They're the monthly, and you also have discounts for annual. But I really wanted to point out the free boss and the basic boss here because you can just do so much more. I use this one here because I want to integrate it with my Google Calendar. So now let's go and have a look at what I've done. So let's go behind the scenes. Now this is, I haven't done dashboard because it's got people's contact details, people who've booked in with me. So I've just not showing you that one there just to protect their privacy. But this is the next one. So I change, your profile. I can add over here all of my social media. That's how I was able to get those links. Now you can see here they've got a stack of tutorials. So it's, you don't really need to go and buy a program to learn how to use this. And they also have video tutorials, which are really, really cool. Now, I'll just show you through a few things, adding in your photos, all those sorts of things. You can change the look and the feel. So it's got your brand colors. You can add testimonials, frequently asked questions, all these other things that you can integrate with that are super cool. And they're always improving. That's what I really like about this company. But I'm going to take you down here to show you what I've done. So number one, we're going to have a look at the booking schedule. This is where I decide what times the default
will show that I'm available. So I've got every day, I'm not available until 10 because it's health before 10, wealth after 10. So I'm not available till 10, so people can book me in then. But I can override that when I'm setting up specific meetings. I have my calendar there I've just put so that I can see my calendar, and I've actually integrated there with my my Google Calendar. Now this is the one I want to show you, is appointments. Products and services I don't use, but it's like appointments, but that's where it's just an e-commerce. So you can set up payment settings, you can take orders, you can make this into your whole e-commerce side. So I don't have any of that because I'm not using it. So I'm just going to show you the way that I'm using it to take appointments. So this is the nice part here. You can set it up so that you can choose that people can see all of the different ways to make an appointment with you. I don't do that. I make it, they're on invitation only. So for example, this is for my podcast when I'm interviewing guests for the Romance Your Tribe radio podcast. Now, I would have already sent them an invitation, and it has all of the information, and then it gives them a link to come over to here. So what I can do here, I wanted to show you one thing here, which was the booking schedule. See what I've done here? I'm not making it available any of these days. If I was to say add, it would just, put in a, it's interesting, it's gone 9, should be 10. Anyway, we'll remove that one there. So I can just add them in. But what I've done here is on Wednesdays are the only day I do my podcast interviews. Otherwise, we have to arrange it especially. Now, the reason for that is, let's be honest, I only want to put makeup on to shoot videos 1 day per week. And I also like to batch my energy and focus. So if I'm in interviewing mode and video shooting mode, I like to do that all day. It's just much more efficient. Now here you will notice that I've actually made myself available from 6 a.m. So even though I have health before 10, wealth after 10, on Wednesdays only, and only for my guests who are overseas, like the US, where it can get a bit late for them to be able to go into my normal times, I will get up and interview at 6 a.m. I can tell you what, I'm not doing that for anything else as an appointment. So that's why I only do that on a Wednesday, and that's why only my podcast guests can see that. And so let's have a look over here. And this is what it looks like for my podcast guests. Here is the content that I've got here, and it only shows Wednesdays that they can choose. So if we go over to here to March the 7th, somebody's already booked in at 7 a.m. by the look of it. Yep, so I already know that. Unless somebody's booked in. So for that interview. So normally I try to make them, they'll all book in on the one day. So that's just efficiency for me. So then you can see here, if I go back to there, I've also got a success message. So this is a message that they will receive after they have confirmed their booking. And I've got the Zoom information, and I've also sent them their invitation again. Now, the other nice part is here, this one here, is I can add reminders for them. So I can add up to 5 reminders. So you can't really change the content, but it will take it from the content that you've already got there in your description and success message. So I can set it that I want something to go 3 days, 1 day, 3 hours before, and then an hour before. So there's no way they're going to forget. And in that email that goes out to them, it even says if you need to reschedule, they can link onto there and change the date that they're doing it. So you don't have all that going backwards and forwards. So I wanted to show you that one. And then another way that I use it is I'll show you this one. So I use it for my podcast. The Chat with Janet is ones where it's usually a sales call, for example, or something where it might be a joint venture partner. We want to have a talk about something. Or it might be that I do with some of my friends and colleagues and my old clients when I'm missing them, is we'll have a Red Wine with Janet meeting. So they'll book in through that one, and we make it sort of at the end of the day, and we get a glass of red wine each, and we just sit there on Zoom and catch up. You can use it for anything. This one here is when I'm doing my Facebook Live, and I'm being JB Live, where I answer questions from one of my viewers, and so that's for us to arrange everything. Private mentoring only for my Rising Stars clients, and so they get that special link. And this is the one I wanted to show you, because what you can also do is, if you've got people that before you even decide that you want to get on the phone with them, you want to get some information to make sure that they are qualified. Or it might be for a coaching call and you want to send them some information so you know exactly what you're going to be talking about. Now, I have set this up for my Rising Stars coaching program. So people here already know about the program and they just want to make an appointment to see if they're right for the program and if the program's right for them. So I need to get some information from them so I can work out beforehand if I think I can help them. And there's also a few questions that I have in there that will give me an idea of if I don't think they're going to be right for the program. So you do that through this one here, custom fields. And so I've asked them to give me their Skype number to call, or their phone number. So I want to know what country they're in. I want to know about their business. I want to know what they need their help with and what their goals are. And I also want to know a bit about them, like why should they be in the program? So these are things that they need to fill out in order to confirm that booking. And you can go over here and you can see what that looks like. So just say I was going to book for tomorrow. Here we going. Okay. So I'd put their name, and they can fill all of this one in here, but they need to fill this before it will confirm that we've got the meeting. So as you can see, it's got it's got amazing functionality, and I'm only using a small section of it. So again, to be able to make the most of this, I'll just go over to here. If you go to romanceyourtribe.com/BookLikeABoss, and you will get to this page, and you will very often, they're running specials for people who are referring. So it may very well change, and there'll be a special offer when you first join the page. There usually is. So yeah, Book Like a Boss. Let me know if you are using it, and I'd love to see an example. Like if you decide to go for it and you've set it all up, I'd love to see an example of that. So feel free to come back if you've used Book Like a Boss and put a comment there in down the bottom of the blog post if you're watching this on the blog, or on YouTube if you're watching there, and just share the link to your booking page just so you can show people what you've done to be able to make the most of the program. That would be super cool. Okay, bye, and go get them, folks.